Welcome back to Be Rich, and my good friend Anish Gupta is here again as usual. Today we are going to discuss global aviation, a sector which I have never invested in, which Buffett never prefers. He violated his own rule and he paid a heavy price, losing a ton of money. Why is it that people don't invest? Should not invest in global aviation stocks. And today to discuss that is with me, Anish Gupta, a chartered accountant, a financial analyst. Anish, why do you think we should avoid aviation stocks?
So aviation is very highly risky business. Even though accident rates are lower than what is road accident, people are more scared of aviation. Aviation is a very high cost business wherein the demand fluctuates, and during COVID pandemic the business tanked heavily. The only person in the aviation supply chain makes money is the engine manufacturer. That is the starting point. After that no one makes money because you have to keep upgrading the software, keep upgrading the planes, and it is a very high capital intensive business, and profits you don't make high profits in India. From US you would have seen a history of companies coming and going, so never people made money because the pricing is such that it's an open market, people get license, and then when people enter they want to grab market share. When they grab market share they price it below what they should be pricing. Successfully, very few companies have been able to maintain profits for a long time, and most of the global airlines are either funded by the the sovereign. So, like Dubai, Qatar, the Middle East, all the countries have their own airlines, so that is funded by government. They don't care about profits. Singapore Airlines is run by the Singapore financial authorities. So never globally airlines make money.
Is it because of high fuel costs you talk about that? Or is there any other reason?
Why they don't price their airline tickets properly is a matter of concern. Why they don't make profits? Either it is because they are not able to estimate their demand. When you are not able to estimate demand, you don't know how to price your tickets, because what you revenue is what will make you profits, and I don't know what's the reason why they are not able to do so. And there are maybe higher costs on most of this is on leverage. So there is no one puts their full money and runs an airline business. The aircraft is on lease. I don't know what is the financial ratios of the airline companies on how much they put in equity and how much is leverage. Most of it is leverage, and any demand collapse leads to higher losses for them.
If it's in a country like India, there is a risk of devaluation. Can you explain that?
So all the planes or whatever. So 60% of the airline operating is in fuel cost, and India does not have oil wells. Everything is imported. So a movement in rupee will impact that. And even the aircrafts are manufactured outside India. The maintenance or the parts of aircrafts is in dollars or euros, and your earnings are in INR, and all your costs which are impacted are in dollars. So that can be also the reason why the Indian aviation is in trouble, because your the costs are in dollars, your revenue is INR, so no way it matches. But same way, if you look at export services in India, the Indian IT exporters earn in dollar, pay in INR, so they have cost control, and anyways they can increase in wages or contract rates with the people whom they are contracting globally. This is not possible for airline industry.
No entry barrier. There is anybody can start an airline. It's not a major, very difficult thing to start an airline. As all you have to do is to take an aircraft on lease, and so the equity required is very small. And large companies like Boeing and with their engine companies like GE used to give finance. GE is of course sold its
So the
finance business now.
airplane manufacturers want to sell, so they easily have financing options and give their aircrafts on lease, because they have to keep manufacturing aeroplanes, and they need newer and newer people. And the aviation can only boom if from people from who travel by railroad move to aviation. So if the economy moves, the people number of people traveling increases, then the volumes increase. But in case the globally economy does not have a major improvement, then there is a chances that the airlines cannot have that demand. And now with the advent of technology and with COVID pandemic, we have seen a lot of the business travel getting hampered, and technology has moved so far forward that with Zoom, Google Meet, or many other video conferencing facilities, even corporates may try to cut back on business travel. The majority of the airline business comes from business travel rather than leisure travel, which we know, because business travelers travel frequently. That's why they have a frequent flyer program. They have airport lounges, lot of facility for business travel, because they are their major customers. And those major customers also, business customers don't pay upfront. Business customers are billed over they have their contracted rates. So cash flow from, so the airlines get cash flow from retail travelers or individual passengers, not from business travelers, because business travelers are, they settle their payments once in a quarter or once in a month.
So, what do you think of the low cost model?
So the low cost model is shifting people from railroad to the aviation industry. And another problem in aviation industry is we need to have airports, airstrip, and requires huge land for creating airports, because you cannot land a plane just on a 100-meter airstrip. To build an airstrip itself will cost a lot of money because of the amount of force it exerts on when it lands and takeoff is to happen. And you need to have sophisticated systems for the air traffic control. So each you get building railway stations or building by going by road is cheaper, because you just lay road and you need not have these kind of infrastructure requirements. So airports are very fewer than the railway stations or railports. And airways is always better if it is a long distance. So short distance cannot be taken over by airways, because the overhead cost will not match for that.
Do you think that in a country like India, where taxes have played a major role in keeping airlines unprofitable? I understand whatever you are saying in terms of global things, but in India, does taxes play a big role on that?
Yes, so in India, taxes play a big role. Now, after GST, many people have said that even the jet fuel should come under GST, because the price, the tickets at airline tickets are having GST for the input which I'm using as, because lot of maintenance is also an import service. The jet fuel is also is not in GST. So when my 60% of cost is jet fuel and I'm paying taxes and which are not available for GST, it is going to add as a cascading effect. I don't know why fuel is not bought into GST. Maybe because each state has the authority to tax fuel in India. That's why the aviation turbine fuel is also not come in GST. And now airlines are also some states are giving lower rate of taxes on fuel. So airlines are now managing and seeing whether they can go to that destination and fuel their aeroplanes.
So, we gave you a very brief overview of the problems in a global aviation industry. I hope you enjoyed this program. Thank you for watching. Be Rich.
Please subscribe, Be Rich, and watch this channel. Do share among your friends and hit the like button of this video and turn on the bell notification for all the videos to come forward.
I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support.